What's up, brothers? Today, I wanted to talk about some of the Michigan legislation that went into effect as of February 13th, pertaining to firearms in the state of Michigan. I think they put about 7 or 8 new ones through that I just wanted to chat about. A lot of people are calling them common sense gun laws, and some of them I can agree with that they're common sense. But other ones, it just feels like common sense isn't that common. In specifics, I am talking about the Public Act 16 of 2023 and the enrolled Senate bill number 79. And the first one I wanted to talk about being that Public Act 17 has to do with the locking and storing of firearms. This is the only one that I can agree with is common sense. If you have children in your home, or there's a reasonable expectation that a child might have, or a minor, I should say, would have access to any of your firearms, they have to be locked. So most FFLs will have to provide you with a commercially available trigger lock, like this red one here, or a cable lock like this one right here. And I would consider this one a common sense law. It's like, if you got kids in the house, you just got to keep your firearms locked. And, I can agree with that. But after that is where it just goes completely off the rails. And I can no longer agree that they're common sense laws. So when we go back to the enrolled Senate bill number 79, there are several parts in here that are very concerning. There are parts that talk about if a minor, I'll actually read directly from it. If the minor possesses or exhibits the firearm in a public place, or exhibits the firearm in the presence of another person in a careless, reckless, or threatening manner, the parent is able to be charged with a misdemeanor punishable by 93 days in jail and or a $500 fine. You can actually find this stuff all on michigan.gov. I'm just reading verbatim with what they have here. The concerning parts for me is who decides what is a careless or reckless manner displaying a firearm. Something that may seem careless and reckless to somebody who's not often around firearms might be completely normal to someone like me. I work at a Cabela's, so people handling firearms is just a very normal thing. And I would imagine if somebody saw me or somebody else handling a firearm in a proper manner, they might misconstrue it as a, and I quote, careless and reckless manner. The threatening part makes sense. If you point a gun at somebody, sure, that's perfectly fine. That is threatening to any reasonable person. But it just seems a bit too nebulous for somebody to decide a careless or reckless manner. It just kind of rubs me the wrong way. And something that's unfortunate is that it only gets worse from there. Especially the further down you go when you reach section 15, subsection 1, is where we get into the territory of borderline anti-constitutional. In Michigan now, they replaced the old pistol sales record, which was our form of reporting pistols to our local PD and local sheriffs. But they replaced that form. This is what the pistol sales record looked like, and they replaced it with this, the new firearm sales record. And the main difference is that the firearm sales record has room to record long guns. Now, most FFLs are legally bound to hold on to that paperwork for at least 6 years, unless specified by the ATF. But it just is one step closer to having to report long guns. I know in Michigan, it's largely a very rural state. Not a lot of people outside of the major cities, a lot of farmers, stuff like that. And they have to record their long gun purchases now through an FFL. And that just is too slippery of a slope. They don't have to report them to the local sheriffs, but it seems like we're just one step closer to having to report our long guns. And that's just something that I can't get behind. I just feel like everybody has been paying more attention to the safe storage laws that they passed in the Public Act 17, the first one we were talking about. And people are just completely glossing over the fact that they're recording our long gun purchases now. It has all of your information on there. It has your name, has your address tied to it. It has what kind of gun was purchased, the manufacturer, where it's going. It's just kind of spooky to see that nobody knows about it. And there's even more to this that people don't know about that just wasn't highlighted in any mainstream media or anything of the such. And that is, they did revert the pistol purchasing laws in Michigan to, in addition to your photo ID, you need one of 3 additional forms of identification. The first of the 3 is you need a badge number if you're a law enforcement officer in the state of Michigan. The other one is a concealed carry permit, so a CPL that's valid in the state of Michigan. And the third one is you have to go to your local PD now before you go in to purchase a pistol, and you have to run a stateside background check to get a license to purchase a firearm. And that's only required for pistols right now, but I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to make it for long guns as well. And that license to purchase, just like I said, they run a stateside background check, and that just adds to the process of purchasing your firearms. And then on top of that, after you get to your gun dealer, your local gun dealer, your local FFL, they are legally required now to run a federal background check as well. So now there are 2 steps in running background checks to purchase a pistol. I'm almost 25. I've been purchasing pistols since the day I turned 21, and now I have to ask permission beforehand. It just feels like it's none of the state's business to be having me and others ask permission to purchase these pistols. It was just a common courtesy of the people of Michigan to report them in the first place. And now I just feel like they're overstepping their bounds. I work at a Cabela's, and every single day I'm turning away 5, 6, 7 people who come in who are just completely unaware of the legislation that went into effect. And my best guess is that less than 5% of Michigan even knows that these laws went through, let alone even went to the table to be signed in the first place. I just feel like if more people knew about what was going on here in Michigan, there might be a little more movement to protect gun owners and their rights. That's largely all I have to talk about it now. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. If you thought this was informative, like and subscribe. I plan on doing more of these videos in the future. See ya.